Welcome back into another episode of the Spaceman 2.0 Crypto Predictive Programming Show. So, with this episode, I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive into a couple projects taking place, and I find them very interesting, especially their logos. One of the first thing I looked for is colors, symbolism in logos when I also picked a crypto coin to look into because I knew the elites have their way of hiding their symbols in plain sight. So with that being said, let's just take a look at Celestia.org. I've always thought this one peculiar. It's listed on a few exchanges that I find that only list coins that they think will go somewhere. This is not financial advice, by the way. This is for entertainment purposes only. So I'm just going to go into a couple sites here in the computer and show you how this can be linked up with what I believe is a family or a network of coins that are joined together at the hip, so to speak, but they make them look like they're different and diverse. So that being said, look what's going on in front of you. Three-dimensional image of what? We got the proton symbol taking place, and it's even purple. So Celestia.org is quite an amazing site. Okay? There's so many things it talks about. Unstoppable apps, full stack control, on-chain abundance. Okay, its ticker is TIA, and it has a huge ecosystem. Let's just take a look at some of the ecosystem. I just can't have enough time to get into this. I need like an hour show. I don't know how to do lives yet or whatever. I'll try to do a live another time. But just check this stuff out, okay? So part of the ecosystem are these four aspects right here. I won't get into all of these except this one over here, okay? This one you can find on Binance, on KuCoin. It's an Ethereum-based project, but it's basically real-world assets. And you know they're not getting rid of Ethereum. So look, Polymarket over there, all these things, Plume. We'll just scroll through it fast so you can see this is just a basic aspect of its ecosystem. But let's go over here to Plume. It looks quite interesting. So we'll click on Plume, explore, real world assets that feel just like crypto. Okay, has pictures of things from the world, assets in the pipeline, 5 billion ecosystem partners, 200 plus. Look at these names going by. BlackRock, Blackstone, okay, Carlyle, we know those are the Carlyle group. Okay, those are some big names right there. And look at this ecosystem. Whoa, what do we have here? What do we have here? Ondo. We know Ondo's connected with who? Ripple, XRP. Okay. So these guys are quite happening. I'm not going to say that to invest in anything, just to take a look. But look at Ondo. Then we also have, what's this? Centrifuge. CTF, its new ticker just came out on BitTrue today. Okay, went from 7 or 10 cents up to 30 cents, 35 cents. So it just did 300%. This is not financial advice. This is just showing you that they're all showing you that they're leading platform for tokenized financial products. Okay, these guys are going to be, you're going to learn how to borrow and lend and tokenize any asset, access real world assets. Okay, they're also connected with CeeLo, Circle, you know. We have to look into that guy. What's his name? Janus Henderson Investors. Arbitrum. All right. We got, it's just, if you just go down the rabbit hole of some of these, just click on some of these things, right? So go back to Plume. Let's go. What's Black Opal about? This is done in real time. I haven't even checked out Black Opal. I'm waiting to go into the other one. Real assets, rare value. Okay, look at the graphics on these things. Okay, leading partners. All right, there's a bunch of companies coming out that are showing you that we can do this real world asset tokenization. What's Ondo all about? Okay, now Ondo I wanted to go into a deep dive because it actually illustrated what was on the whiteboard when the Goldman Sachs guy thing got let out. Look, USDY, that's on the whiteboard. OUSG, that's on that whiteboard, and it's all going through XRP or Ripple. It's not financial advice, but they're showing you that Ondo. And look, BlackRock. Okay, BlackRock's working with who? Celestia and Bloom and all that stuff. So it's like they're all in this together. The Omnichain, Ondo chain, the Omnichain network for real world assets. Okay, Omni, Solana, Polygon. Okay, the next part is just going to blow your mind how all of this is connecting with real world assets. Securitize, we know that's a Ripple partner, but check out this next part. Okay, now let's look at this project called Ankr. Okay, ANKR. Everyone's talking about Ankr, Ankr this, Ankr that, and just check this out. Build any Web3 project with leading performance. Okay, and it says the fastest, most reliable connection to Web3, complete rollup and sidechain creations. Okay, all this is for all the developers out there. A world-class deep end to power your projects. 8 billion, 8 billion daily RPC requests across the map. 30 plus global regions. 760. Okay, look, they're connected with Polygon, Binance, Chiliz, Mantle, Meta. All right. Now, let's just check out the next part of them that I checked out. Paving the way to open internet of the future, Web3, shaking it up. Okay, in Forbes, Binance, NASDAQ, CoinMarketCap. Take your time to slow this down. But look, all these guys are from creators and from AWS, Oracle, Google, Ethereum, BitGo, Goldman Sachs, and more. Okay, with that being said, let's look into the next one. By the way, I see Internet of the Future is in metal blockchain colors. The Ankr docs, okay, here. Avalanche is in there. And we all know Avalanche has an understanding, a connection with, all right, the fork going into XPR or Proton. So the exchange chain, X chain, platform chain, P chain, and contract chain, C chain, okay? So interestingly enough, Avalanche has 3 chains and this and that. So now let's check out XPR network. Okay, its symbolism is similar. Look at that. Look at that. Look how it's rotating down. See all those guys out there on to your right and your left? Looks like the Celestia symbolism. Okay, look at all their connections. Stellar, Hedera, Litecoin, EOS. All right, just going to go down this fast so you can take a look. This is not some half-made website. This is the real deal. WebAuth wallet, okay. See, second to layer none, because they are the layer 0. Wow. So we're going to go into the roadmap right here. I have that up out here. And look at this. All the roadmap shows you all these things, okay. WebAuth fiat ramp, okay. They're going to offer a credit card now that rolls out, and you're going to be able to get on there. But A-chain, look, A-chain. To move A-chain represents a significant step forward as opposed to such as the B-chain, C-chain, and D-chain. Looks like, interestingly enough, they're a fork of Avalanche or connected with Avalanche to some degree. So when you see things connected with Avalanche, maybe there's connection with XPR. But check this connection out. Went over here to governance, okay? And over here, look at XPR grants, all right? That's new to me. I don't know Doge communities there in XPR network, but look at XPR grants. Look at this. Okay, XPR grants. Check this out. You go to all, okay, and you get it. You scroll down. What's this? Oh my gosh, this is going to come crazy. Grant allocation of 10 billion XPR for X.com. As Twitter was